Well, welcome to the cutting board for something totally different. Yeah, honey? Yeah, we're gonna do it. So, we did this with Genevieve. We're gonna make a little handprint ornament with Felicity. So I've been kneading it for 2 minutes as it says, and it says to roll the dough till it's flatter. And then we're gonna press her, you could do your hand or foot. We're gonna press, okay, lovey. We're gonna press Felicity's hand, because that's what we did with Genevieve's, and then you basically bake it. So, it needs to be, yeah, let me see this real fast. Needs to be flat enough to be part of. Yeah. You're gonna help, big kid. It's just about there. Okay, bring your little thingy over. All right. I think that's pretty good.
I like this.
Yeah, you like rolling it?
Yeah. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
And I eat it.
No, this is not food.
This is not food?
Mm-mm. Let's do this hand. Press it. And we're going to press it down really, really hard. Press, press, press. Look at that! Look at that big girl's hand. Wow. Alrighty, so we've got areas that she was just poking there at the end. So we've got a little hole punch at the top of the ornament, top-ish, and then I might end up like writing her name on it, but you bake it for like 25 minutes. Yay. So this is the one we did for Genevieve, but I don't think I think I remembered it being like weirdly hard, and I'm like, I don't think I followed the directions. I don't think I like rolled it out. Because I feel like, well, I'll be curious to see how this one comes out actually following the directions. But this one, someone did do properly. It cracked, but this one is also Genevieve, I think when she was a little bit bigger, probably closer to her age now. Yeah, she was like 2. I want to say one of the Nanas, but I don't remember. So cute. So adorable.
All right, day 4. So far, so good. So sore. Day 4, so sore.
Hi, handsome. You are so cute. He's sitting with me on the stairs. Felicity wanted to play here, and she keeps grooming him. He's loving it. We've given him a little fake hairspray. We brushed him. Now this is a dog brush. We got some nail polish for his back, of course.
I need some more.
Keep telling him he can leave. I think he likes it. You like it. Yeah, it feels good.
All right, day 4, done. Man, these are, I know I keep saying it every day, but my goodness, getting back into this is kicking my butt. But in a good way, but. All right, so I'm off to work. I've got so much to do today. And I actually have a meeting here in 15 minutes. So I'm starting with that with one of my agents, and then I've got to edit Vlogmas, and I got to clear up my inbox. I've got a bunch to do today. So off to work we go. Banana. Perfect temp. Unquestionable. Absolutely perfect. So if you want to replicate this, set your atmosphere to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Leave banana in car approximately 64 minutes. Perfect results every time.
We've got Minnie Mouse's house built with the random Lego things we have.
Mama.
Our backyard's got...
Mama, do that one.
Okay.
Maybe do that one.
Maybe that one. That's who I was playing. We've got a swing. You blow bubbles there, of course. Here's our slide.
She's talking.
Okay.
Mama, do that one.
Let's see. Ooh, water.
All right. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. Well, you ruined the surprise. Well, all right. We'll start with the good news. The people have asked, and you have received. Blue Nana's here.
Hello.
Gave away the whole surprise.
I couldn't wait.
Well, it's good to see you. Stopped by for some lunch today.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I got a big old welcome from Pinocchio.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah. He does that.
He loves me.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Now for the bad news. We have some things in our front yard, like light up Christmassy things, and I noticed that one of them was out yesterday, and I went out there to look, and it looks like a squirrel or something has chewed through
That happened to our neighbors too.
Did it really?
Well, they weren't sure if it was like a person, like kids that came by and did it, or squirrel, but it was so clean.
Yeah, it was.
They were like, I think it was a person. So.
Oh, this is a clean cut. I don't think it was. I mean, I don't know.
I
But
don't know either.
hopefully, it's like there's like a little box on it, and then the cable runs to the actual thing, and hopefully I can I'm gonna look and see if I can find the manufacturer and maybe just order that part. But yeah, I know. So hopefully we can replace it and not have to get a whole new thing. I'll have to see. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. Okay.
All right, you cuties, what are you doing?
I was showing some things to my mom, and my mom suggested. She said you should film this for Vlogmas.
No, what did she really
Because
say?
I need to be.
No.
I want to be.
No, she said it's content. Yeah.
It's content. She's like, you guys are stretching. You should have something.
Hilarious.
So, what do you do every morning?
Every morning I have a little sit-down pedaling thing.
Yeah.
I pedal and for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I've got 5-pound weights and I do things like this and things like this and over my head and then behind my back.
Yeah.
But I do the exact same thing every day, and I need to stretch my...
So she asked me for some ideas of other things that she could do, and so now we're filming this for the masses, I guess. So, okay, so you normally do just normal bicep curls, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you do hammer curls.
Yes.
Okay, I was saying you could do like cross body curls.
Right.
And then you could do a supination at the top and really squeeze your bicep up there.
Squeeze my bicep.
And your mind on your muscle, you can feel, as if I have, I mean, look at me. Obviously, I'm built like a Greek god. I should be the person here telling this. Anyway, but then you can feel that squeezing your bicep up there.
I can feel that.
Yeah. We talked about, you normally said you do 2 hands for your tricep behind. You could just do 1 hand.
And that was...
And keep it straight right up by your ear.
That was hard.
That's really hard for me too, yeah.
Keep your elbow up by your ear as best you can and just straight up.
Oh, see,
but you said you were going to do like a 2.5 pound weight. You said
yes,
might
I
be
will.
Too much.
Just because, at home I do 5 pounds.
Yeah.
But with something new, I think starting off would be better.
A lighter weight for sure.
Yeah, because then I'd be too sore. And I wouldn't want to do
Right.
Exactly. Okay, we can do shoulder or not raises, lateral raises, not for your lats.
And you keep
slight bend in your elbow there.
Slight bend in your elbow.
So you're not locking your arms out.
Right.
Just a slight, and then you can do them raising forward too.
Right.
And I always say if you do for counting wise, you know what I mean? So you can kind of like blast up, hold for 1 second, and then slowly lower down.
Oh, okay. Blast up 1.
Just because anyway, if you can get like you're kind of, I don't know, there's science behind it, but if you're like trying to get it there and then you're slowly lowering it down.
It's a resistance thing.
Okay. What else did we talk about? We talked about some other stuff.
Bending over.
Oh yeah, doing like some rows like this.
Oh yeah. And Jessica suggested go at an angle.
And I remember my brother Austin teaching me when we were younger. He said when you're doing stuff like this, or if it's like a machine row, he said you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, and you're like it's almost like you're trying to hold a grape in between your shoulder blades. That's the way he described it to me.
He is a hard worker and does work out a lot.
Yeah. Okay. He's much more ripped than I am. Yes, that's fine.
He's built different.
Yeah. Well, he's also been working out since he was like 10, and I started working out like a year ago. So leave me alone.
And Jason, he's just.
He's
who he is.
What else were we talking about?
There was several you were showing.
I know. Now I can't think of anything. All the pressure now.
Right.
So we were talking about.
But those are good starts.
Good starters. Your Arnold press. We were talking about doing that because you said you do like an overhead press.
Right.
And I said if you're here, you can do an Arnold press, whether you do alternating or do them together.
Right. Okay.
You can do one at a time. And back, or if you want an extra challenge, you can hold them up.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And then, because then you're constantly under tension here.
Okay.
I know what else I said. Instead of just doing basic bicep curls, I said you could do 7s.
Oh yes.
So starting at the midway point, or you can start low or whatever, but just doing 7 reps and only going halfway down.
Right.
And then doing the bottom 7.
Right.
And then doing full for another 7.
Yeah. Without stopping.
Right. So 7, 7, 7, and then you can take like a minute break after that.
And then do it again.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of arm and shoulder stuff.
That was good.
Yeah.
That really helps a lot.
Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you.
And now we have some content. Thank you, Mom.
My pleasure.
Because these make me so happy. Got my little decorations here at work. I haven't taken is that a tag? Yeah, I haven't taken the tag off.
These were 50% off of, yeah, $8. These were each like $4. This one I'm pretty sure lights up. I bought these a little over a week ago, and they just make me so happy. There's something about these, the sugared look of these that makes me think of, I mean, undoubtedly the ribbon candy I remember as a kid, but also it just makes me think of my childhood, and it makes me so happy. So there's my little cutie Christmas area here on my desk. All right, just wrapped up filming some stuff and heading home for dinner. I am so hungry. I think we're gonna make, I don't know, I haven't talked to Tyler, but the last thing we had like on our meal plan was our like vegan sausage bowl. We make a lot. We have everything for it. And then after, assuming we make that tonight, after tonight, I need to meal plan for the next week. We desperately need more groceries other than that almond milk I bought yesterday. Yeah, so that's where we're at. It is so bitter cold. It feels colder now than it does. Like this feels like February weather. Does that make sense? Like, it's just weird. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's nearly winter. It's not that crazy. But anyway, I feel like I am not mentally in winter mode yet. So I need to be better about bringing my hat and gloves, like all of those kinds of things.
This dog knows. 4:59 p.m. according to this one. 5:01 p.m. We got to sync up our clocks.
Yeah, we do. Oh, it just turned 5 on that one.
Just turned 5, but this dog knows. At 5 p.m., I just watched him saunter over here and sit. Such a good boy. Are you sitting such a good boy? It's 5 p.m., guys. And I know daylight savings time, but even so, I know. It's 5 p.m. Come on, guys. Come on. All right. He said, stop talking and feed me. All right. All right. Here we go. Good boy. There we go. He said, thank goodness I was wasting away.
Right before your very eyes.
Just be a sappy, sad bag of bones here in just a few minutes. A withering, hollow shell of a dog. Nothing but the bleached puppy bones. You might know what that is. Do you know what that is?
No.
So you're a good man, Charlie Brown. So good.
He is a beagle.
Roger Bart did that on Broadway.
I mean, Snoopy, not Charlie Brown.
Well, you're a good man, Charlie Brown. He played.
Oh, sorry. Yes, got it.
He played Snoopy. So good. So good. Supper time? Come on. You can't beat that. Well, there's your vibes right there. Look at that. Look at that roaring fire.
Dinner time. We're making dinner. It's our vegan sausage bowl, which, as you guys know, we're not like vegan or vegetarian. However, a few years ago, we fell in love with the taste of these plant-based sausages. They're so good. We find them at like Meijer and Kroger near where they keep like tofu and things like that. But I would say any slightly sweetened sausage works really well with this. I'll show you what it looks like at the end. It's very simple. The hardest thing is roasting broccoli. We just pan, brown these and slice them into bite-sized pieces. I feel like you could do this with smoked sausage, although we've never tried that. Because these are a more like mild flavor, but there's like that slight sweetness to it. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like at the end, but we usually have honey mustard with this, and it is one of our favorites.
All right, I went outside and found this. It's kind of actually weirdly hard to see on this our background here because it's like the same colors. But this is
Would you like me to provide? Oh wait, that's the same color too.
This is the little thing that broke off. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a squirrel or something, but it literally, I mean, it's such a clean break. I'm like, do we think that it was just so cold that it like snapped? Do we think it was a squirrel?
Like,
do we think it was
brittle? I mean, we've had those a few years.
Some little hoodlum who came along and snipped it?
I don't think they would have snipped it that close to the thing,
Yeah. And plus I would have probably caught them on the camera. I don't know. Anybody want to venture a guess? Start putting your guesses below. What do you think? Do you think it was a critter, a kid, or a crimping? Or would you like to just venture some wild, outlandish guess? Because those are always my favorite. See what you guys come up with. The good news, though, is that I think that's the brand name there, and I have a model number. So I'm going to look and see if I can find this online and reorder it. I'll keep you guys updated. Also, this boy loves when we have the file going. He says, I do like a good whirlwind file there, though. Willie completes the picture there, Pinocchio.
All right, nearly dinner time. So we usually have tomatoes on this too, but basically like a couscous mix we get from Trader Joe's, and then broccoli, the vegan sausage, and then cherry tomatoes. And then Tyler likes black beans as well. And then we usually put a little bit of honey mustard. It's weird and delicious. I love it. Well.
Oh my gosh.
We've got some artwork to show you. Miss Genevieve has been making art for, I was going to say us, but really you. She asked you to color it.
Because I did it the first time, so, you know, that as is tradition.
And she's now gotten into, first of all, she's always loved color by numbers. She is into it. She made him a color by number. Mm-hmm. We've got 1 is light brown, 2 is pink. That's it. But there's numbers everywhere. So
she said all the other colors, I get to decide what I want to do.
Anything you want to. I love kindergartners. Anything you want to.
But she uses she has a color by numbers book, and then she just traces it out.
Yeah, those are little donuts I'm now seeing. Mm-hmm. That's adorable.
That's so fun. So I got
you get to color it anything you want to. Anything you want to.
Anything you want to. That's a keeper.
That is going in the keepsake book.
So several people, more than I ever would have thought. I say so many dumb things and do so many dumb things in a day, and it's always amazing to me what people glom onto. Mm-hmm. This one surprised me.
What dumb thing did you say this time?
It's not something dumb I did. It's something dumb it's not something I said. It's something I did.
It's the way I looked. Wait.
My face is wrong. I have had so many comments of people flabbergasted that I wear shoes in the sauna.
Are you not supposed to?
No. Okay, so here's the thing. It is a dirty gym sauna. This is not a nice sauna.
Yeah, it's not like what you're picturing at a spa where you see like on Seinfeld where they're like at the, well, I don't know that health club is nice, but anyway. Yeah.
It's a dirty gym sauna. Yeah. You need to wear shoes in it. So I've
never seen anyone not wearing shoes in there.
Yeah. Ever. So now you might be asking yourself, well, why not bring sandals or something like that? It's because when I travel to the gym, I don't bring a bag. I don't bring a bag. I don't bring anything. Like, it's always funny to me. We always talk about people who like carry a bag around the gym with them. Like, not even just a gym bag to go in and change, but the people who drag it around with them.
Yeah, we call them the duffels.
The people
that walk around with their duffels. I'm like, what do you need between sets in there?
They've got so many things. They got so many.
Like, just leave it in that thing.
So many shaker bottles. But see, a lot of people bring their own that's
right. That's probably
they'll bring their own for the resistance machines and stuff like that. Like, because sometimes they're in use or sometimes they're just like falling apart.
Or you like a certain kind and that
right.
Doesn't
so
have
anyway, I don't bring a bag at all. I literally I get out. I have my car key and I have my phone and I have my headphones. And then I put my car key in, they have these little lockers, and then I am off to the races. So I travel I hardly ever bring a sweatshirt in or anything, because I'm like, I just want to go in.
I just hang that up in the locker room.
Yeah,
if someone takes my sweater, okay.
Right. But anyway, so I don't have a bag or anything that I'm bringing flip-flops or special sauna shoes in there or anything like that. So that's shoes. All.
It's not like a nice sauna.
I couldn't believe how many comments I got about that. I didn't even think twice about it when I showed them.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. But then, if you picture, again, a nice steam room or sauna, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, everyone's, in a towel. That's not the vibe.
No, you're wearing the same workout. You're wearing your nasty workout clothes.
You walk in sweaty already. That's what I'm going to tell you right now.
You got the butt sweat of everyone else who's been sitting right next to you. It's not nice. It's not an enjoyable experience, but I love it. It's very enjoyable. But a lot of people are like, no wonder you go through so many socks, because you have sweaty gym socks that you wore in the sauna.
No, he changes into sauna socks.
Yeah,
takes them off.
I keep those in my pocket.
Also,
you can bring it up.
I didn't see the comment. You told me about it, but then one of you guys were like, well, now it's all making sense why Jessica's always complaining about a constant laundry, piling up all the time, because I wear 5 outfits a day.
That one made me laugh.
Yeah, you got me.
Jessica's always talking about...
I have no retort.
The laundry never ends, and now I know why. Because she wears 5 outfits a day. That was a good one.
It's not always 5, okay? But yeah. That
was a good one.
What's my count today? I was in my jammies. I don't count that because, in the morning, you ended up doing bus stop duty today after my failed attempt yesterday. So I put on I just put on my outfit, and then I did a workout outfit, and then I am in my lounge outfit, and then I'll change into my jammies. So 4 is my general. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. And you sit there on your high horse.
My ivory tower.
And complain about my socks.
Yeah, I take it back. Take it back.
All of my socks are one of your sweatshirts. size-wise. Anyway.
Oh, man.
What was I just
I
gonna
will
say, though?
say, too, in my own defense, usually, like, you'll see me wearing the same sweatshirt, like, 3 days in a row. Because whatever I'm lounging in, I'm only lounging in for, like, right now, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So then I'll take it off and fold it and wear it again.
So speaking of that, somebody brought up, and I didn't actually respond to this comment, but it made me think. They said, what do you do with something that you've only worn for a little while and you're planning on wearing again?
I fold it and put it back in the drawer.
You put it back in the drawer.
Or I'll put it where our closet is. Like,
Yeah.
jammies, I'll wear 2 nights in a row unless I'm, like, was sweaty. You ever have, like, weird nights where you're like, why am I so sweaty? But generally, I'll just kind of, okay, I don't always fold them. I usually lump them together and just, like, stuff
Stick them there, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I have, like, a spot in our closet where it's like a tabletop kind of thing, or just a shelf, and I always put my stuff there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I only wore that for like an hour or two.
Somehow you end up with a pile of like 17 shirts that you only wore for an hour or two.
Because that same pile, here's the problem. That same pile, I only have one like 12-inch by 16-inch spot to put it. That also ends up being where I'm like, if I'm too lazy to hang stuff up.
Yep.
Or like if I'm like, I gotta, this is my ironing pile. I have a separate little spot for that. But like, and if I'm too lazy to put the ironing pile up in the ironing pile.
Your system has to work for you. You can't work for your system.
And then I just take them all and I throw them in the trash
Well,
can.
that's
I say,
a
just
quote
forget
by
it.
Jessica Brown, okay?
Anyway, it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
What were we just talking about? I had something to say about... completely. And now for something completely different. The lights. I found it. So I showed you the little thing. Turns out that's a separate little thing. I didn't even think about it. So the actual little light box that had the model number on it, I was able to find that really easily, and I could find a replacement for that.
Boy, the internet, man.
But I needed the cable. So after a little bit of research, I finally found one. It was like $20, which I think is too much for a little cable.
Gosh.
But here's the other thing. It was only a 7-foot cable, and the one that came with it is like a 40-foot cable. So I plug it in way far away, and so I'm like, so I had to buy like another like 16-foot extension, also for like $18.
So here's my question. Back in the day,
I did find it,
pre-internet,
is the whole point.
You went to a department store and you bought an outdoor Christmas decor, okay? Something goes wrong 4 years later and a squirrel chews the thing. If you're living, and I'm talking decades ago, like I'm thinking when maybe my parents were young parents or just younger
I know
or
where
whatever.
you're going with this, and I have the answer already.
Well, so I wanted to play this through in my head just now. I was like, okay, if that were the issue, would you just be like, okay, I guess that's that and it's broken? Maybe. But if you were diligent, like you say, okay, this was made by, I'm going to make like National Tree Company, whatever. I think that's a real company, but you know what I mean. So then you go to the phone book and look up National Tree Company and call that number, explain what's happening. Then they get you to like, is that what you would do?
Probably.
I know a lot of you guys that watch are older than us. Like, honestly, even in let's just say the 80s. I was thinking in my head like the 60s. Let's go to the 80s. And even really the 90s.
Well, let me tell you my thought. So I'm sure that was probably what we had to do, but like there were people like my grandpa especially, but like people would keep the booklets that came with stuff. And on the back there was usually the manufacturer information and stuff like that. So you would have the phone number to call for all that kind of stuff and address and all that. But you had to be diligent about that. But here's the thing. When you and I first got together, I always kept all those because I was just used to it, like, because that was like what my grandpa did, and that's just like.
Which back then, now you're right.
And so, like every time I bought a TV or I bought anything, I had them all filed. They were all so nice. And at one point, just was like, "Why are you keeping all this stuff? The internet exists." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right."
And and
I got rid of all of them.
It was a big recycling day. I know, but I kept a lot of mine too. I didn't keep everything. You were like amazingly organized. But yeah, I didn't think of it. You're right. Like back then, you really did kind of need that because also if you just didn't know how it worked, you couldn't just go to YouTube and type in how to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Excuse me, Casio, watch isn't working. Can you fix it? Or you take it to the watch place in the mall.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's when malls existed.
I was going to say, remember malls? No, we still have a few.
Yeah.
Anyway, boy, I gotta say, this was an interesting conversation. I genuinely...
We went for it, man.
That tickled my brain to think about what you would do. It's kind of like when you are so used to, we all live in 2024, like using GPS for things or like whatever.
Say, yeah.
Obviously, like, I know my way around our town, but I will still pull up the GPS just to have it going. Because, I mean, it will reroute you on traffic or something close. But how often does that really happen? my point is, it's just like a crutch at this point. So randomly, I'll just like not turn on the maps or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah,
I
don't need it at all.
You don't. Yeah, I like to see my ETA, so I'll have that on. If there's traffic, a lot of times I'll.
Well, and we share our like thing, so it'll like share with you, like, hey, Jessica will arrive at this time, and so
right.
There's
That's nice too.
Many benefits, but even still, like we were talking about when we drove down to Disney a few months ago. Like, that was a long...
You would have to, like...
Drive. Like, you would have to... Like, I remember my mom with the Atlas, like, highlighting the route. But I'm like, man, it's one thing to know, okay, we're taking I-80 to I-94, you know, whatever. Going to Chicago, I guess. But I feel like it's another to know that, okay, I'm making all this up again, but someone's going to be like, that's not the right... I-80, okay, we're on I-80 South for an hour and a half, and then, okay, now... We gotta keep our eyes peeled for I-70 because, and then we gotta take I-70 East, and like think about signs nowadays that are already confusing.
There are so many things that we don't pay attention to mile marker signs anymore. You don't pay attention to. I mean, I barely pay attention to exit signs. Mile marker 154.
After that, that's when the exit is, or that's where the
atlases,
interchange is.
Road maps had all that. You know, road atlases.
Boy, Rand McNally was like.
That was another thing.
Once the internet came around.
I still for many years kept like a road atlas, which is still nice to have. It's still not a bad idea.
Because you don't know what could happen.
And I think I still might have like an Indiana road map in my glove compartment, just in like in case everything goes down or whatever. But but having it wouldn't be the worst idea.
The simplest thing would be you lose your phone and you're like in 2 hours away, and you're like, even like
once every like decade, we should probably buy a new road atlas. Just keep it in the car. That's just good.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Also, one other thing I wanted to quickly bring up, and now for
how long have we been? Okay.
And now for something completely different. People have commented about how Tiny Tyler in the thumbnail.
It's getting tinier by the day.
That's
all
it.
right?
A lot of people kept saying like, "Oh, this is way too easy." And I don't know if you didn't hear. We're starting easy, and like with each progressive day, it's going to get harder and harder.
I'm in charge of Tiny Tyler. Okay.
Yeah. So don't worry, it's going to continue.
I literally make it smaller every single day. It will be very hard.
Very soon, too.
I made it too hard too soon last time, and people were like, it's too hard, so just strap in. But sometimes I do laugh at my own choices of where to place. That's all.
Also, I gave Jessica, 10 photos to choose from, and I love that you chose the one of me with the banjo.
It made me laugh the hardest, because I thought, what is funnier than the randomness of you with the banjo?
Yeah. So it's funny, tomorrow we have our friends coming in, and my buddy Matt and his wife Rachel, and Rachel actually works for my agency, People Mover Travel, and then Matt's just a really good friend of mine. They're considering moving to Indiana.
They happen to be married.
Yeah, they're married.
Unrelated, but anyway.
And so they're considering moving here. So they're coming in. You'll probably see them over the next couple of days. We have some cool stuff planned with them that's going to be fun.
That you'll get to see, yeah.
But I bought that banjo because Matt and I, like a year ago, were talking about, like, okay, he plays guitar. He's really good at guitar. I play mediocre guitar. And I was like, all right, let's find something that we like both can learn to play. And we were like, all right, we're both going to learn how to play the banjo. And we were like, all right, next time we see each other, we're both going to be able to play the banjo. I bought a banjo. I have learned almost no banjo. But you know what?
You have so much free time.
Matt didn't even buy a banjo, so I'm still one step ahead.
You should sell that banjo.
I'm going to learn how to play the banjo.
You should sell it to? Matt.
No, it actually was not bad. It was like $100 on Amazon. It's not like a super duper nice one, but it sounds really nice for the I feel like what I paid for it. Yeah. But I learned there's like finger picking banjo, and then there's I already forgot what it's called. Swish and fluck. No, that's not swish. The swish and. No, it's like the hammer claw. Hammer claw banjo. And I learned that I want to learn how to play hammer claw banjo. There are two different styles.
Cool.
And hammer claw is really hard.
Oh, you want to learn the harder one? Got
it.
Well,
I don't know. No, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's any harder. I just listening to the different sounds of them. There are two different styles of playing, and I'm like, that's what I want to learn how to play. And I couldn't get my hand to like do it right. Like there's like I think it's one of the things
hammer and there's a claw.
I think you gotta like. It's just obviously anything. It's get practice, but like getting into the rhythm of doing it, I had a really hard time.
Muscle memory for sure.
But anyway, I'm gonna keep learning. I just have no time. I will learn.
Yeah.
Anything else? We can cut out all that stuff about the banjo.
Update on Felicity for those curious.
Your eyes were so dead.
I was more thinking about my wrist and being a baby over here. Okay. My wrist is fine.
Just over here bragging about how I can.
Yeah, that was it. You were flicking that wrist around, and I'm like, man, that would kill me if I did that. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
Felicity.
Oh yeah, she's doing so much better.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
she is absolutely back to her usual
Hijinks.
shenanigans. Yeah, and her ear is healing and is fine. So I'm so thankful. I was praying a lot yesterday for that. So, all right,
We're
time
gonna
to sign off.
hang out for a little bit.
I kind of want to start a Christmas movie.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's do that. Sounds good.
Even if we just watch like a third of it, but
Cool.
get me even more into the Christmas spirit. Ordered a couple like custom Christmas gifts today for certain people to make sure they get here in time. I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's fun.
I love giving gifts. I love picking out gifts for people.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow. We have some really fun things over the next couple days, so it'll be fun Vlogmas to look forward to over the next couple days.
Yay!
All right.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.